start the tutorial, I want to tell you guys one thing about power moves. Before you first learn a power move, make sure you attempt the move you're learning first. So in this case, the flare. Even if it's bad, you should just try to attempt it because it'll get you the feel of the move and it'll also help you sort of overcome the fear. So I think when I first started it, it kind of looked like this. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing you want to do before a flare is that you want to wind up to get speed and space to kick. Notice how the kicking leg is pointed to the ceiling, and notice how I have enough space to kick. You don't have to go all the way like this because it'll make it really uncomfortable to swing, and you also don't want to and you also don't want to spread too short because you want to have just enough space to swing. Also, make sure your hand is pointing to your left leg because if it's pointing to the other direction, you'll break your arm. Okay, now that we got the wind up, we're gonna learn how to do the initial kick. Place your hand in the middle, pointing this way. Make sure you kick. When you first start, you want to kick as hard as possible. And you also want to kick not straight up, but you want to kick toward your ear. What I mean by that is you want to kick diagonal. So kick this way. And when you kick, drag it over. By doing that, it will make everything look more straighter and it'll look more enjoyable to the people that are watching. So, in the middle, this way, swing diagonal, and drag it over. Okay, and another tip, when you swing, when you kick, and you drag it over, you want to use your heel. Use your heel to drag. Okay. It's okay when you first start it touches the ground because it's really hard. So don't get discouraged by it because it happens to everyone. So okay, now that we got the kicking part, we're gonna learn how to sort of go into this position, okay? So always remember to kick diagonal and use your heel to drag. Like that, okay? And so how you want to practice this is like this. Just let it touch your butt. Just let your butt touch the ground at first. And then just use this leg toward your ear and make sure you drag. Just do that a couple times. Maybe 5 times before you start practicing the flare. And it'll actually help you a lot. So, alright, now, this time, we're slowly gonna move up, and this time we're gonna let this part touch the ground. So this time don't let your butt touch the ground. Make sure your thigh is touching the ground. And we're slowly gonna move up. Make sure this is touching the ground. Same thing. And slowly, you're gonna get higher and higher. Diagonal. time, maybe let your maybe right here touch the ground. So also, when you kick, you want to lean this way. How about do it like this, because you'll fall to the back. You just want to lean enough so it balances you out when you do the flare. And also, this leg has to kick toward your ear all the time. It's so hard for me to do it, but once you get it, it'll help you get really high in the back, and also it'll make it easier to get to the back. So, oh, and also when you kick, place the other hand down as fast as possible. Don't slam it down. Just put it down as comfortable as possible. As comfortable and fast as you can do it. Here. And this is step 3, and it's getting to the back. Now this is probably one of the hardest part of the flare, is getting to the back. Because you want to get as high as possible, and you want everything straight in the back. Now this part is really important because this is what makes up basically your second flare. This is what's going to determine your second flare. If everything is like bent, low, you won't really be able, I mean, maybe you'll still be able to do a flare, but it'll be extremely hard, and it'll be really low. So make sure you get this down before you start your second. Okay, now that we got this part, we're gonna get to the back. I told you, kick this leg as hard as possible to your ear. Always. This is really important to flare, is you always want to use your heel to drag. A lot of tutorials don't tell you this, but I kind of experienced it and it worked for me, so I'm gonna show it to you guys, okay? Drag, kick. Make sure this leg is pushing as hard as possible to the ground. I mean, like, you gotta use like most of your strength to get high. At first, you won't be able to get high. It'll just maybe look like this, but that's okay. As you keep practicing, it'll get higher and higher. Drag every time, just drag, drag. It's okay if it touches the ground. Later it won't even touch the ground, so don't worry about it, okay? Let's see. Oh yeah. Make sure your legs, your foot is pointing up. Not like this, but like this. Lock everything. Also, when you get to the back, or when you're trying to get to the back, lean this way. It'll get you more space and more air or more height to help you get to the back. Kind of over-exaggerated that, so that's how you want to lean. This is the exciting part. The second flip. So when you get to the back, you want to do the exact same thing. So kick diagonal, drag it with your heel, let your butt touch the ground, kick, drag, get higher and higher. This time, your thigh touches the ground. And as you get higher, your knees gonna touch the ground, and eventually, none of them should touch the ground. It'll just be super high. So make sure you keep practicing every day, at least 30 minutes each day.